Hey guys, Ajayi here again and welcome to this channel. On today's video, I decided to bring a friend of mine who is a filmmaker. His name is Adetoyi Adeyinka, popularly known as Ajayi. He has produced and directed a couple of films and he's also a fantastic VFX artist. With the level of experience he has gathered over the years, it is just right for me to invite him to the channel to tell us 5 proven facts every beginner filmmaker needs to know. Honestly, you need to watch this to the end. Over to you, Ajayi.
Thank you so much, Israel, for the opportunity to be here. And I'm so honored to be here, actually. Thank you so much. God bless you. So, he requested that I give you guys 5 essential things to know as a beginner filmmakers. And trust me, every part of these things are very essential, like he said. So, and you have to wait through to this video, because at the end of the day, I'm going to give you a bonus tip, which is going to be very essential for your journey as a filmmaker. So, number one thing is, as a filmmaker, you should know how to interpret your story, your idea. You're just sitting somewhere and an idea just flashed to your mind, and you'll be like, oh, yes, it's a beautiful story. How do I put it down? You should know how to interpret your story. Making it a screenplay. Or don't let people deceive you with the terminologies. Screenplay is just you writing down your story. This is how I want it to be. Sometimes it could be like an outline. Not necessarily you writing it in a screenplay format. You could be like, okay, this is what I want to happen in the first scene, this I want to happen in second scene. It's just you trying to figure out how you want your story to go, the sequential arrangements of your story. That's the number one thing. You should know how to write it down in black and white. That's number one thing. Number two thing that you need to know as a beginner filmmaker is, the pre-production. A lot of beginner filmmakers skip this stage, this phase. After your revelation, after the revelation of your idea, you just jump to, set and start shooting. No, you need to prepare for the production. Okay, the preparation includes you having it in your mind. This is how I want the scene to go. In this particular scene, this is the emotion that I'm looking at. Then you think, okay, this is how I want my actors to walk about. From here, he's standing at this particular period. So when he's delivering this particular line, he walks to this place. That is plotting. Plotting your actors. Because everything has to be moving in your film. You should know that everything has to be moving. If your camera is not moving, your characters must be moving. If your characters are not moving, something must be moving in your composition. So you should think, okay, this is how I want my actors to go, this is how I want the camera to move. That is where short list comes in, or where storyboard comes in. And for storyboarding, you don't have to be an excellent artist. It doesn't have to be like that. It could be stick figure, just zero, then a stick and all that. Just to show that, okay, you are drawing it. As you're drawing it, you have you have a picture in your head, and when you're shooting, when you see those things that you've drawn, remember, this is the picture I saw. Then you are able to plot your actors. You want to appear professional when you're shooting. You want your actors, because eventually you are not paying these people, because you're just starting out. You probably are using your friends or your family, and people get tired easily when you seem not professional, when you appear that you don't know what you're doing. So you need to really prepare for the production, so that when you're eventually producing or shooting, people see you as, oh, he's good, he knows what he's doing. So you want to really prepare for that. There's something they call previs, or you call it pre-visualization. You want to have the whole picture of every single of the scene, or every single character movement. A lot of things has to come to your mind, so that when you're directing, you're able to direct your actors. No, I want this, I want this, I want that. So you have to prepare for for the production. The third thing is the actual production. This will be easier if you've done your assignments quite well while you're preparing for the production, which is the pre-production. So if you've actually done your assignments quite well, it will be easier for you when you're shooting, because you've visualized everything. You know what you're shooting first. Under pre-production, you've gone to the sets or the locations you want to be using. So okay, after this, you've scheduled your production, written. Okay, the first day, if it's going to take you multiple days, day one, I'll be going to this particular place, I'll be going to this particular place. So when the production day comes in, you're just going to that place. So you're not sitting down and start merry-go-rounding your thoughts. Oh, I want to go, should I go here? No, I think we should go here first. No, you're wasting time sitting down and thinking, and you are wasting your cast and crew time as well, which is not right. It's not good, because time is money, like they used to say. So you have to be able to minimize the time you spend on set, so that it has to be as fast as possible. And this will be possible if you've done your assignments well at the pre-production level. So that is all about production. Just know how to be as fast as possible, and that is for you to be able to minimize the time you spend. So the next thing is post-production. We have idea, we have pre-production, we have production, then we have post-production. That is what you do after production, and that is the process of arranging your rushes in sequential pattern or sequential manner to tell a story. While on set, while in production level, you could have shot the last scene first, then go to the middle scene, maybe scene 5, then probably shot the first scene the last day. So you can't edit it like that. You need to bring the last day scene, which is scene 1, bring it to the first scene in your project timeline. So pre-production, post-production is the manner at which you arrange your story in a sequential order, so that people, when your audience watches it, they understand the story. So it goes in a sequential manner. So that is post-production. Post-production also involves you putting in mood sound. That is to reinforce the mood in a particular scene. Let's assume a brother of a character died in the particular scene, and want to show the sympathetic mood of the brother, mourning the death of his brother. You can reinforce that mood with a mood sound, with a sad mood sound. You can add Foley sounds. Probably somebody is chewing biscuits, and you want to exaggerate that sound. You can put in a Foley sound of someone chewing biscuits. If somebody is lost in thought, you can, and there are a lot of people around him. You can fade off the noises around him and put in a particular sound. Just to reinforce the particular mood for that particular scene, and that is post-production. A lot of things come into it. We have color grading. Let's say you are shooting a war. You could ask these things. You don't have to know them by heart. You can actually make your research. Go to Google. What is the color to use for war story or war film? It could be a contrasty color. You just have to put your curve, the highlight, raise it up, the shadow part, bring it down, just to have a very big contrast, just to reinforce, okay, this is a war. If it is a drama, if it is love, you pop the whole color, let it be very colorful. For a romance story, you will have known that while you're doing the pre-production. You know that, okay, there should be a lot of colors in my scene. So you prepare for that. That is where I said every single part, every single thing I'm going to be saying are very essential to your storytelling. Because if you've done your pre-production assignments well, you know that for a romance or a comedy, there should be a lot of colors. contrast colors. You know, you have red, you have green, you have yellow, all those fancy colors, just to show that, oh, it's a comedy, you know. So this is where you are able to maximize those colors, because you've done your assignments well. So when you're doing your color grading, just pop the colors, you know, select individual colors and pop them just to be a lot flashy. You know, that is post-production. And the last one is marketing, which is distribution. Distribution is where you make a return, you know, for all the stress, all the money, all the energy you've spent on a particular project. Because eventually you need to make money to be able to make more films, or to be able to put food on your table. Because what's the purpose when you're making a film and you're not making money? So eventually you need to make more money to be able to make more films. So distribution is not all about, you know, taking your film to cinema or taking your film to the Netflix, you know, because eventually you're just starting out. You probably use 60D, Canon 60D, or use 600D, you know, and all these cameras would actually not go to those places. Or you probably use your friends and family. You're not using any star actors, and this, if you're not using these people, your film will almost not be able to go to those places. So you still need to make money. Distribution is something, or marketing is something you can do, you know, like taking your film to your church. If you're a church person, you know, taking your film to your church, you know, asking your church people to buy your film, you know, because they will be proud of you eventually. You'll be like, this is our church person and he has made this magic, you know, they want to buy it just to support you. You know, it's going to the streets, to junctions, you know, and distribute flyers. You know, you've uploaded your film to your YouTube, having the flyer, then the link to your film is there, you know, and you're going to junctions and giving it to people. Please try and check my film. That's the link below. You know, just giving people the flyer. So it could be going to your class if you're still in school, going to your school, you know, organizing a screening. You know, probably you can use $1 per person. You know, people will come and, you know, watch. Imagine you do $1 per view per person, and you have like 200 people in the particular place to watch your film. That's $200. You're able to do this like 2 or 3 times a day, and you're able to do it for like, let's say, a week. You know, that's quite something, you know, to be able to make more film or to be able to fend for yourself, you know. So it starts from that place before you can now start, you know, as you keep progressing in knowledge of film, you start looking in a more wider audience, or more wider form of distribution. You know, that is how to distribute or how to market your film when you're just starting out. So it could be your friends sharing the link to your video or to your film, sharing it across their social media platforms, you know. So those are the ways you can sell your film to be able to make more money. So those are the essential things you should know as a beginner filmmaker. So now let's go to the bonus tip that I told you guys about. So your plan as a beginner filmmaker is to be able to make film frequently. You know, you make one, finish, and make another one. So to be able to do that well is own your own equipment. No matter how low quality it is, just keep making something and try and get your equipment. You know, it doesn't have to be new. It could be, you know, the vintage camera. It could be the one someone was using and is no more interested in. Just try and get it for as low as possible. Just get those things and hone them, so that whenever you have, you know, an idea or a story idea, you're able to go out and shoot something. And when you're shooting, try to minimize the cast, the actors you want to use. This is the best way to keep yourself going in that journey, you know. Thank you so much for watching. Israel, thank you so much for having me. It's been an honor to be here today. and I really appreciate you so much. Israel.
Thank you very much, Ayinkule. I really found this video insightful. I hope you also did. You also enjoyed the video and you found it kind of educational, because honestly, I got like really inspired, and also I got a new light into all of this process. If you enjoyed this video as much as I did, give it a thumbs up. You know, share with your friends, your family, content creators, filmmakers, and the likes. And if you want me to continue to make videos like this, you know, comment down below on what kind of video you would like me to make videos on. Until next time, my name is Ajayi. Peace.